Morning everyone, just entered long here on NASDAQ in the 950-1010 macro using first presented. Gonna have a tighter stop just below consequent encroachment. And 3R just above consequent encroachment of the opening range gap here. So at 8:30 open, just above the high of first presented. Again, this is just TP1. And then I would like to hold. An equal highs there. Which is the upper quadrant of the opening range gap. Normally I would not have engaged seeing how price is moving through first presented, but we can see after taking out these equal lows at pre-session here, price returned above the first presented, and then it's been staying in the upper half, respecting it, and that was showing some bullish sentiment for me. So you can see the wicks staying in the upper half after this 955 candle. There we go, stop move to break even. So if I wasn't seeing that, then I probably would not have engaged and taken this setup. But in the pre-session, we took out the daily low from yesterday, right here at 8:30. I believe we had a news candle. Secured a partial. Move stop to break even. Now just being patient. Price may use first presented fair value gap once again. I'm just moving the tool here because my entry was at the high. And if it stops me out, it's totally okay. Secured partials, tiny little inefficiency there. Bodies are staying above the high there. That's what we want to see. I'm buying below 8:30 open and midnight open, and if possible below 9:30 open is a deep discount, and you want to ideally trade in the direction of those prices, of those opening prices. Price is likely to run towards those. Obviously that's not every day. Sometimes you can just have a large run either direction, which can be away from those prices right at the open. But generally that's a good way to sort of judge your entry. And first presented, as you can see, was below 8:30 open and well below the midnight open. This is another reason why I like to wait until the 950 macro, usually to take my trades. You can see the jaggedness, the way price was moving prior to the macro, which opened right here, this down close candle. So if I had entered using the high and hypothetically placed my stop at the low of the fair value gap, I would still be in profit with this entry, which is after the macro. However, entering in the first 20 minutes of New York open, had I rushed to enter right when this gap was created here, or maybe even after it got above the inefficiency here, I obviously would have been stopped out. Generally, there are days where I miss great moves prior to the macro, even if I know, okay, this is where the price is heading. I just like to wait, and I'm okay with missing those setups because on days like this, I am saved from losses. Okay, I'm gonna trail stop below the bullish order block here. This down close candle. Price is currently in an old first presented fair value gap from earlier in the week. This candle's high is falling short just of the high of that first presented. I'm seeing some resistance there. There's also a old opening range gap low as well at that level. This is a good place to take a partial, but I would like to hold final position for the terminus here, the pre-session equal highs. Okay, we're closing above those said levels and now moving towards the pre-session equal highs. And drill stop a little bit more aggressively here below this down close candle. It's got a large premium wick, so don't want to see price even reach that wick. But if it does, ideally we want to see it stay in the upper half of it. We have this down close candle here. I want to see price stay in the upper half, close in the upper half. All right, at that premium wick. The body closed above consequent encroachment. The current candle opened just above consequent encroachment, staying in the upper half. Don't want to see it get in the lower half at all. Right, I'm all out there on the trailed stop. Price just failed to reach our terminus. Got very close to it, as you can see, and had a retracement to this inefficiency here. Seeing the reaction there as this candle wicks into this candle's low. It's a good way to end the week. Would like to have seen it take out pre-session equal highs, but there was an old opening range gap low, as well as a first presented fair value gap right in this area, 81.5. So saw a candle get above, do a little mohawk, and then obviously saw the resistance that it had. So that's permitted and reasonable to expect. In that sense, this target was slightly ambitious. Secured partials, stopped out in profit just below the partial. Good way to end the week once again. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.